Since February 28th, 2026, according to official reports which are almost certainly doctored and downplayed, the United States Armed Forces has suffered at minimum 400 casualties and 13 documented fatalities that we know of. The total human cost of this conflict remains to be seen. Our numbers don't account for civilians and other non-combatants similarly caught in the crossfire. It's well understood throughout human history that amazing and unique individuals toe the line that separates our comfortable civilian lives from the reality of the raging wilds around us. I've met many of those people, and I'm proud to consider them friends, mentors, and spiritual guides throughout my life. Similarly, I was also shielded as the whole of my personal time in service was spent in peacetime, surrounded by individuals who carried the scars and wreckage of their sacrifice in every way that you could imagine. I was incredibly fortunate in this respect, but the very real damage and dehumanization that comes from combat was something that I was never allowed to lose sight of, and my leadership made sure of that. I remember when a particular member, I won't name out of respect, committed suicide, and there were a lot of reactions to that, but most potently was, our commander, who had probably virtually, very little personal interaction with this guy. He came out and addressed the company and spoke at length. He spoke about this individual's character, their contributions, the weight of the loss that we all felt, and the great burden that, as we're carrying out our daily duties and knowing that the Army goes, rolling along, it still wouldn't be the same without them. So when asked about the deaths and injuries incurred within the first weeks of fighting in the Iranian theater, our commander-in-chief said that we expect casualties with something like this, but in the end it's going to be a great deal for the world. I'm not here to debate the geopolitics of this war, though I'm confident it would be a fairly one-sided affair. Those of you who have seen the movie Saving Private Ryan might recognize what I read next. This is just by way of comparison. Dear Madam, I've been shown in the files of the War Department a statement of the Adjutant General of Massachusetts that you are the mother of 5 sons who have died gloriously on the field of battle. I feel how weak and fruitless must be any words of mine which should attempt to beguile you from the grief of a loss so overwhelming, but I cannot refrain from tendering you the consolation that may be found in the thanks of the Republic they died to save. I pray that our Heavenly Father may assuage the anguish of your bereavement, and leave you only the cherished memories of the loved and the lost, and the solemn pride that must be yours to have laid so costly a sacrifice upon the altar of freedom. Yours very sincerely and respectfully, Abraham Lincoln. Still one of the best openings to a movie I've ever seen. But yeah, so on this 250th birthday to a nation so embroiled in the thin lines between idealism and brutality, one whose charter into the future remains uncertain, terrifying, beautiful, and degrading, I would only wish we'd take a moment to pause and think hard about what the American experiment truly is, and the multitude of lives silently snuffed out without preamble who deserve all the glory and honor of attempting to steer the wheel of history towards that ever-elusive light of freedom that lives within each and every divine being. So on this day you may say, God bless America, but most of all, and more importantly, I would say God bless the human race. Happy 4th of July, guys.